Yo.
What's good?
Oh man, it's just I get to come on the show today, and my boys didn't lose this week.
I was about to say it's a good week because the Cowboys didn't lose for you.
And the Eagles lost.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
Which
did.
which we didn't play our weekly thing this week. But on my pick 'em, I did have y'all beating the Giants, so I would have lost that one.
Yeah, I would have had us beating the Giants too, so it would have
And
been.
what's bad is y'all schedule. I'll let you start because last week I went, man.
Okay, I'll start. We're not winning another game the rest of the season.
Really, that bold of a statement?
Plain and simple. The Eagles fan base has turned on Doug. From what I've seen the last couple days, the fan base has started calling him out on the fact that his plays are stale. They've started calling him out on the fact that he does not know the proper ratio of what plays to call. The fan base has started calling him out on the fact that he has absolutely zero connection with his team whatsoever. Let's put it this way. If you not with the Eagles, just with, say, if we were looking at the Browns, for instance, and you saw a stat that said their passing efficiency was 26th in the league, but they were in the top 5% of teams passing the ball the most. Yet their running efficiency was top 3 in the league, but they were 30th in amount of times that they ran the ball a game. Would you say that coach knows how to call a game?
No. But I also seen something, or I may have heard it. I can't remember. It was one of the two, and they were like, that's where Frank Reich helped him because he didn't call plays based off of what was on the sheet. He called it based on what the personnel was.
Exactly.
And I watched the whole game, every second of it. And I'm going to sound biased because I'm a Cowboys fan and I hate Carson Wentz, but this is me being 100% honest. He treats every play like, I have to have it, I have to have it, I have to have it. He doesn't check down. He's freaking – he just don't, dude.
This was the first game that he actually played it safe, and we saw what happened. He was throwing the ball away. He was checking it down. But the fact that Doug was calling plays, let's put it this way. In 2017, Carson Wentz was the number 1 passer from outside of the pocket. Okay? This year, he has the least amount of attempts out of any quarterback. That's including Tom Brady, who cannot move. He has the least attempts outside of the pocket. In that Giants game, it took until there were 7 minutes left in the third quarter for Doug to finally call a play where Carson Wentz rolled out of the pocket and passed. He called 2 of those plays in a row. It was 40 yards of offense in 2 plays. He never called it again.
But you can't put all the blame on Dougie. He had 1 pass of 16 yards to a wide receiver.
Carson Wentz is not a pocket passer. He never has been. He wasn't at North Dakota State. He hasn't been since he got here.
You honestly don't think he's progressing? Honestly?
Carson?
Yeah.
I think that the quarterback coach and Doug Peterson are holding him back from being able to progress because they will not call a game script that is suited towards what his talents are.
Doug's not going to give up play calling. It's not going to.
Doug's another bold statement. Doug will be forced to give up play calling after this season. Jeffrey Lurie has already said that he is suspect of the play calling and the way that Doug is approaching the team about this. Doug literally came out after the Giants game and said that he felt that he was in the best rhythm playing or calling plays that he has been in since he was with the Eagles. Let that sink in.
what something else that I keep noticing is, and I'm like, I'm not cheering for y'all, of course, but I'm sitting there like, every time Jalen Hurts goes on the field, it's the same freaking play.
Every time.
Like, dude,
Exact
you
same.
don't. When they come, I mean, he lost a yard, and y'all were coming off on third down, and I was like, okay, I'm not cheering for y'all by no means, Doug, but the kid can pass. Like, why not? Why not like fake it like he's gonna run and then just throw it? I mean, why would you not try to mix
Right.
that in there?
Because
And then I mean,
he's trying to be the smartest guy in the room. And he's
yeah,
not willing to accept the fact that he has players that have certain talents. For instance, I wouldn't go out there and ask a running back to be a punter, you know? But guess what? He's asking a rollout outside of the pocket quarterback that is very good at that to stand in the pocket. First of all, when the Eagles have the worst offensive line that I can remember us having. I'm 30. This is the worst offensive line I can remember us having ever.
well, I was reading something and it was talking about Eagles because I follow that way we
Sure.
can do it for the
Yeah.
show. I follow everything, and I follow a couple pages, and it was saying like Carson Wentz has had the worst season for a quarterback since like 1976 or something like that. Like
I'm sure.
for past, like it's horrible, dude. Like it is
I'm sure.
so bad. And then it's like you were saying, you got Miles Sanders back there.
Mm-hmm.
I like the kid. I don't like the Eagles, but I like the kid enough. I drafted him on fantasy. And y'all don't use them. And then you got Boston Scott. Run the freaking ball, dude. Stop trying to pass it 50 times a game and run the freaking ball.
Not just run the ball. He's completely taken the screen game out of our play calling.
Oh, yeah. Well, not only that, but where's Dallas Goedert at?
Exactly.
He kept. Do you know how I counted in 2 series, Dallas Goedert ran a curl route 4 times in 2 series.
Mm-hmm.
The same freaking curl route every single time. And that's and speaking, and I didn't mean to cut you off there, but you're right. Y'all used to run a freaking screen for everything, and it killed me because y'all would execute it, fucking kill us. But dude, he's just completely gave that up.
Alshon Jeffrey on screens, Nelson Aguilar on screens.
Goddard, Ertz.
they had Blunt running screens. Blunt wasn't a receiving running back until he got with us. And then all of a sudden, last year, the only reason that we won those games down the stretch was due to the fact that Boston Scott was killing it in the screen game.
I seen something today that was like a lot of Carson's trouble is because even in practice, he's doing the same shit in practice, and they're just Doug doesn't say anything, lets him get away with it.
Well, it's not just that, but you got to think if this is how Doug is calling games, what's he having these guys practice throughout the week?
He's soft. I hate to say it like this. He's soft, man.
Is he having Dallas Goedert practice curl routes all week? I mean, that.
No, I think that honestly, and this is an honest opinion, he got complacent after that Super Bowl.
Absolutely, he wrote a book and he thought he had made it. He thought he was Bill Belichick because he beat Bill Belichick, and it's like, hey, guess what? That's not how it works. I guarantee you, after every time that Bill Belichick wins a Super Bowl, he comes back the next year and works even harder.
Oh yeah. That y'all had everything together that year. I mean, there was no defense, freaking offense, freaking coaches.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it shows that he's one of those. That's just like they always say, great players make other great players better. Great players make other players better. They elevate their game. Frank Wright.
Yeah.
He made it better, dude. I mean, he really did. So,
absolutely. And another thing. It just came out yesterday. Carson Wentz started taking over play calling at the end of last year. When he was on the field, he said, screw it, and started calling audibles, and you see what happens. He started calling plays that he knew that he could execute at that time. And boom, we go on a run, we win the division. Then Doug comes out in the offseason and says, Carson and I need to get on the same page about play calling. And then we come out this year and we're completely flat.
I seen something today, and it was like, they're ready to just explode the ship, start Jalen Hurts, let him see what he can do, and then.
Well, I could see him starting Jalen Hurts strictly because of the fact that they're like, hey, we don't need to go into the playoffs if this is how we're going to play, and why don't we just see what our young guys can do?
Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I mean, y'all have got a brutal, which we do too. I'm not saying we don't, but y'all's freaking y'all.
Oh,
Green Bay, the Saints,
Seattle,
Dude, Seattle. Russell Wilson's gonna destroy y'all's freaking.
Arizona.
Y'all's defense played horrible on Sunday.
Oh yeah, terrible, dude. We got to play Arizona. Let's put it this way: besides divisional games,
y'all might be the Browns.
I don't think so. I think, dude, if Danny Dimes can run on our defense, what is Nick Chubb going to do to us?
Well, and Eagles
backed up by Kareem Hunt.
All the Eagles fans that are on here are going to say I'm lying. If Gilbert Grape, I call him that, if he would have played, or what's his name would have played, dude, y'all, there's no way y'all to beat us. I mean,
I'll agree with that. I don't think we would have.
If that shitty ass kid did not play, y'all wouldn't have beat us. I mean, and I'm not sitting here. Dallas offense is just built for success, and I mean it shows. And I don't know what's clicked with the defense. We talked about that a little bit last week, but I'm really anxious to see Sunday what happens. Players are starting. The Vikings.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be a good test for your run defense. Can you stop Dalvin?
I wish I had him in fantasy.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for dropping Sanders though, because I picked him up and now I've got a stacked running back.
Well, I got killed on Sunday because Patty McCombs was on a bye week. All my Dallas receivers were on a bye week. I won 5 games back to back. I lost week 1 and won 5 games back to back. I've lost 3 in a row now.
You want to know why I lost? Because who was it I started at running back? So I started Aaron Jones. He was going up against a weak defense. He 6 points. I had 50 points sitting on my bench in 3 players. I just picked wrong. I picked wrong.
Dude, how about did you see Cole Beasley the other? Did you see those routes? Dude, that dude's a beast. But I tell you, and I text you this the other night, and I'm standing by my statement. Aaron Rodgers wanted to be. He's from California. He wanted to be drafted over Alex Smith. He's going to the 49ers.
I could see it.
He's going. Jimmy G will not be a 49er next year.
No, absolutely not.
And if Aaron Rodgers goes there with that running they have, and that defense to be healthy next year, good luck. Good. Tom Brady's not winning.
Imagine if he goes to the Saints.
Oh, jeez, God.
Because I'm sorry, Drew Brees needs to retire.
Oh yeah, he's hindering them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hindering. Tom Brady's not winning. Tom Brady's not winning the Super Bowl in Tampa.
I don't know.
No.
Who's going to stop him?
Saints.
They don't have Drew Brees.
It don't matter.
With Jameis Winston, you think a Jameis Winston-led Saints team is going to beat Tom Brady?
It's not about the offense. It's about that freaking defense. They got that motherfucker's number.
My thing is, I don't think that the Saints will win that division now. I think the Saints.
I got to see the Bucs remaining schedule. Didn't the Panthers just beat them?
No.
No, they beat the Panthers. Yeah.
Yeah, by like 20.
Yeah. Dude, Arizona's gonna be. They're disgusting.
They're gonna be tough, dude, and they're gonna be
disgusting.
For a while.
I know a couple guys who said that we didn't know what we were talking about when we said Kyler Murray was going to be good.
Yeah. Ha.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
I don't think Cam Newton's going to get re-signed by the Patriots next year.
I don't either.
He's hang him up, Cam.
Yep. Those, and by the way,
There's a lot of people who need a quarterback.
those same guys also said that Trevor Lawrence won't succeed in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. They.
I don't know, man. I've had a revelation. Are you done with your Eagles segment, dog? I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, go for it. You're good.
I've had a change of heart on my team.
Okay.
Went and got a fresh cut today. I went and got a fresh cut today. Trim my beard up. I was in the shower and something goes, you know what? There's nothing left to do but win the whole damn thing.
Come on, man.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm talking about the division, okay? You know what?
You only got to win like 3 more games.
That's what I'm saying. It only takes 3. But in all seriousness, let's be dead serious here.
Okay.
They have the talent on the offense to beat any team in the NFL.
Okay. Minus at the quarterback position.
If Andy Reid can resemble Andy Reid is not the quarterback. If Andy Dalton can resemble any piece of himself and click with any of those receivers, good night, Irene.
Y'all's offensive coordinator is going to actually have to call some plays, though, because we said it. We said it. That
he was hindering him.
Didn't look the same.
I'm really anxious to see. I'm really anxious to see what the defense does this week, because if Mike Nolan can get them guys, I mean they're not bad. They're not bad. But Jalen Smith is not a bad player. He's playing out of position. You know, it's a new, and I did not believe it when you told me, dude. You were like, look, they got to get used to this new system. I didn't believe it. I'm also going to say Zeke will be cut by Dallas after next year. So he'll play this year, play next year, and they're going to cut him 100%.
You don't think anyone will give up any trade capital for him?
No.
Really?
No. Because no.
Really?
Watch. Would you have said, listen, check this out, and this is how I know why. Would you have said to me from 2014 17 they couldn't have got a draft pick for Dez Bryant?
That's fair. But also, now granted, I don't think that anybody, including Dallas, thought that Dez Bryant was available for a trade strictly until Dak started with Dallas.
For whatever, and what I don't get is Dak has such a good connection with Gallup, and Gallup can go up and get it.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm not saying Gallup's better than Dez because Dez is prime, but I mean, I just can't believe they didn't have that connection.
They didn't have the chemistry.
They didn't have it at all. In 2016, his leading receiver was Cole Beasley. I mean, he loved Beasley. I can't believe y'all haven't even tried to give Terrence Williams a call, man. That dude was good for us. Terrence Williams was good.
Personally, the way I'm looking at it is, I don't care who the player is on our offense right now until the play calling changes.
Yeah.
I personally cannot put a value on any player on our offense due to the play calling.
Okay, so if y'all were sitting at pick 19, what position do you think y'all pick? Or do you trade up?
I'd have to look at the board on what players were available, but say all the players available at the time are equal in talent, okay? I would pray that we would go linebacker.
Do you think there's any chance that y'all can go up and get that linebacker from Penn State? He's going to go top 5.
It depends on where we finish. you know, with what pick we start with. Because I don't think
whoever wins our division picks 19 because you're going first and out in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's why I said last year when you made it to the playoffs, I was like, I'll take the draft pick over.
I personally hope that we don't win this division because nobody in this division is going anywhere in the playoffs.
No,
so why would I want that? You know? So
I think
let
if
the
we
Giants
pick where we're,
let the Giants go win the division.
They could. They really could. They're getting better every game. They really are.
Yep.
J.C. Garrett's play calling was really good on Sunday too.
It was.
I told you he was going to be good, and I told you he was. What was I about to say? I think we're going to take that offensive lineman from Oregon. I think Tyron Smith's going to retire. They'll move Lyle Collins back to right guard.
Right.
So that'll solidify our offensive line. And then you have to make, if you don't do that, you have to get a game changer on defense. You have to get somebody in there. Diggs, he's going to be good. He had his year. He started to take a step. He's going to be good. So you've got one covered. You're losing Jordan Lewis. You're losing Cheeto. You're losing Xavier Woods. I mean, but look, dude, y'all are losing D-Jax.
Burnt. Done.
He's done. Y'all are losing him. Y'all are losing
Alshon.
Alshon, Ertz.
I think we'll get a pick for him.
Ertz?
Yeah.
You could have got a first, or now you're going to get a second.
Yeah. Which still, you know what? For a guy that doesn't want to be here anymore, I'll take a second.
Yeah. Y'all gotta. I don't know. You know what? We need to get together and do that. We need to figure out top free agents and just do a segment on free agency. We need to do that. And then do like a draft board for the draft.
Yep.
We got the NBA draft tomorrow night.
Is that tomorrow night?
It's tomorrow night.
Heck yeah. I'll be checking that out.
I make sure Anthony goes.
Yeah. The Sixers are in trade talks to pick up James Harden.
He's not going to the Sixers.
He said his top landing spot is in Philadelphia.
I don't know where you read that from. That's wrong. He wants. I'll send it to you right now. He's going to the Nets with Kevin Durant get back with Kevin Durant.
I don't know why he would want to wait. James Harden? What, to go back all the way back from the Thunder days?
Yeah, James Harden is going to the Nets, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
And he's not going to play point guard.
No, he'll play shooting guard.
I don't believe that. He likes handling the ball too much.
He's already said that his number one trade destination is New Jersey.
I don't think he'll go there.
See, another thing that I like how we just went from football to basketball. Do people not realize that the Warriors are going to be back this year?
Somewhat.
Stephen Curry's going to be back. Klay Thompson's going to be back. I mean, y'all forget who they are?
No, but
LA ain't winning that with them guys playing.
Their best successes come when they've had a good big man too, though. So I mean,
dude, I hate LeBron. I hate LeBron. I wish he would have went. I wish he would have went to Philly, dude. I hate to see him in a Laker uniform, which I've always been like a Lakers fan, but it was more for Kobe.
Right. Yeah. So. See, me personally with basketball. Like I have the Sixers. I like the Sixers, but I've always been more of a players fan. So like there's been certain players that where they go, I'm kind of like, hey, I'm going to follow them because I like that player.
Yeah. For instance, like when go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't catch up.
Like for instance, Shaq with the Lakers. Then when he went to Miami, I started pulling for Miami. And then when LeBron left Cleveland and went to Miami, I started following him. And then when he left and went back to Cleveland, I was like, hey, cool. Started, watching Cleveland games. And you can say it's bandwagon or whatever, but the fact of the matter is, in the NBA, there's certain players that just transcend. Like, I love Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was.
That's what I was about to say. I used to love to watch the Spurs do like Manu and when they had Danny Green that one year and freaking Tony Parker.
They had Robinson, the Admiral. That dude was.
I got that card. No, I gave it to you.
Yeah, you did give me that one. Yep. Yeah. The Admiral, man. He was a beast. It's who Tim Duncan stuff from.
Yeah, he did. And then I like when Golden State had their little run, which I liked them better when they didn't have Kevin Durant. I really did. A year they had Harrison Barnes that played at Carolina.
Yep. And and what's his name? Draymond Green was their big man, pretty much, you know?
I mean, he's always all defense. I mean, that dude, he locks everybody up. But what's weird is I don't think I've said this on the show yet. I've always been a football fan, but I was about college basketball how I'm about football now, where I live and breathe it. Like, if Carolina basketball lost when I was younger, I would cry. It would ruin my life. Like, it would, like, dude, legit. Like, we went to the Duke versus UNC game this past year. I cried. I cried. My face was swollen. I was crying. And we got cheated.
Yes,
that was the worst. That was the worst officiating referee officiating game in the history of basketball.
Absolutely, it was awful, dude.
Oh, I have never heard that. I mean, we went to a lot of games last year, and
we did.
Freaking that Smith Center was.
It was rocking, dude. It was rocking.
I thought the Ohio State game was loud. Jesus Christ, that game was loud. And then some awesome freaking guy whose call name is Viper kept yelling, "You suck!" Who was he yelling at every time he went to the line? Jones. Tyus Jones, brother. Oh, dude, that was so great. Oh, God, it was so great. You're like, you suck.
And then Jake got into it with some little 85-year-old lady.
Oh, man, that was great.
Yep, because he was yelling, "You suck," and she turned around and she snapped on him, and he was like, "You suck." And she
was so great.
Called on him.
And they were just like, "Hey, she's 85. You know, she won't be here next year for the game."
And then she kept eyeballing him, so he kept yelling, "You suck."
Oh, it was so great, dude. God, that was so great.
Oh, man. That was great. I loved it.
We should have won that game, dude. We got cheated so bad at that game.
We did.
And now there's going to be no games this year. No fans in games this year.
Yep. Oh, that's another thing. I don't know if you heard. Philadelphia just said no more fans in the stands.
Oh, no. Oh, I seen that. Well, I seen something that Philly's going back on a lockdown anyway.
I had this idea last night, and you tell me what you think of it. So, since there have been 53 million cases of COVID in the world, okay? And only 4 of those are people that have contracted COVID a second time, which means that the chance of you getting
these true
are 0.000007. Why not make it a tribute to the people that have lost their lives to COVID and give those tickets to people that have recovered from COVID, since they statistically cannot catch it again?
Yeah. Well,
No, I get it. But that's
I like how my owners like police, everybody else. We're going to keep increasing it. Texas don't care. Everything's bigger in Texas, including Jerry Wayne. Gerald Wayne, you son of a bitch, you pack that stadium, baby. Dude, you know what? You know what? Let's go to the freaking game. Let's go to the freaking Dallas Eagles game, and you know the tickets are going to be cheap as shit. Let's do it. Let's just freaking go. We could probably get tickets for $60 and just do it.
That might have to be a thing. It might have to be.
When are tickets going to be cheaper?
You're right. I mean, this is the time to do it.
I'll sit in a pod with you, dog. Even if you wear Eagles jersey, I'll sit in a pod with you, and I'll be there, and I'll let you cheer.
In a pod. I'm not
wearing a mask.
No.
I will hold a Miller Lite in my hand and a can of popcorn in my hand to make it look like I do that. I do that at work now. I know how to beat the system. When I need a breath, I'll just walk around with a drink like. Oh, taking a swallow there.
Yo.
I'm so tired of wearing a freaking mask, dude. I'm so burnt out on it.
Yep.
I'm fat, man. I have a hard time breathing when I'm walking. You want me to wear a mask? I'm fat, dude.
Oh, I'm glad I work outside, so I don't have to do that.
That's why I can't wait to work for myself.
Yes.
So
you got anything else about the Cowboys?
I'm just ready to see. Dude, it's a bye week. You don't have much to talk about. You know,
I know.
I'm anxious to see how they respond. Does the defense take another step forward, or do they? To me, the rest of this year's practice.
Sure.
You're not going anywhere. If they do, by chance, go all the way and win the Super Bowl, of course, I'd be ecstatic, but that's not happening. So.
I was about to say something, but I'm not going to say it on here because I don't want to offend anybody.
I already know what you're going to say, you sicko. I already know what you're going to say.
Oh, man. So.
There's a better chance. Yeah, I already know.
No. That's not what I was going to say. I'll tell you after we stop recording.
Okay.
Drew Brees got messed up this week.
3 broken ribs and a collapsed lung.
3 on either side. He has 6 broken ribs and a collapse.
There's only one guy I know that's come back from that and played in the game and won the game. And his name is Anthony Romo.
You said Anthony, and I was thinking Tony, and I was like, wait, who is he talking about? And then I was like, wait. Yeah, Tony is short.
God, I miss him. Can you imagine Tony Romo with Amari Cooper, Lamb, and Gallup?
I'm so glad the Eagles never had to experience anything like that.
I mean, y'all are having this, dude. I mean, it ain't like Dak won't want. Dak has not played in 5 weeks now, and he still leads in passing for in front of 5 people. That's sad. Like,
yeah.
If that dude was still healthy, it'd be bad. That dude would have like freaking 3,800 yards.
Yep. Let's see what else.
That was without a good tight end. That was without Blake Jarwin. Imagine when you got a healthy Blake Jarwin running up the scene. Stupid, dude.
Dude, so I'm willing to admit I was wrong. Miami made the right choice by going ahead and starting
100%. That 3-0 was a starter.
Yep.
Their defense, dude. Imagine if they still have Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yep.
Oh my God. No, and then they spent the money on Byron Jones. That money's paying off. That bag's paying off.
It is. Yep. Let's see. Herbert, I said it before the draft. I think he's still going to be the best quarterback in that draft.
Yeah, it just sucks. Freaking San Diego sucks so bad.
Yep. Let's see here.
CD's had a good year.
Dude, the Eagles may have made a mistake in the draft. Justin Jefferson is nasty.
That's what I was about to say. I was literally about to say that. I was like, y'all took Rager over. And you, believe it or not, this guy said that Rager was going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I didn't say that.
Yes, sir, you did.
Why? How would I have said that when y'all had just taken CeeDee Lamb? I said from the get-go that CeeDee Lamb was the best receiver in that draft class.
I still don't know how that happened. I still do not know how that happened.
I mean, I was physically sick to my stomach.
Oh, this dude was about to cry.
When y'all took CeeDee Lamb. I literally was about to cry.
I was mad because I thought we were taking that defensive end from LSU.
Yeah.
When they said, I was like, ooh.
Yep. Don't even lie. You were pulling for it. Both you and your brother were like, screw it. We're in. Take CD. And then they took it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think he was going to make it that. I swore to God, I was like, I knew all night. I was like, they are going to draft that. They're going to, when I thought y'all were going to draft with trade with the Falcons. I was like, here it is. They're going to trade with the Falcons. They're going to take CeeDee Lamb.
And all we had to do was give up, as of right now, we would have had to given up Rager and Jalen Hurts. And we would have had CeeDee Lamb.
Y'all need Jalen Hurts, though.
Nah.
Okay, so let me ask.
Do we not agree that the play calling in Philadelphia is stale and
okay,
awful?
but let me say this. Yes, it is. But let me say this. When it comes to Dak, y'all say he has to have everything perfect in order for him to be good.
No.
That's not true.
I will backtrack that. This year and last year proved that he has gotten to the point now where he does not need that. He is y'all.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Now,
the person I will compare him to, I don't know that he will ever have the accolades of this player, but he reminds me of how Russell Wilson was. When he first got to Seattle, he needed a good defense and he needed beast mode in order to win.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we saw it. They got rid of beast mode. Everybody was like losing their minds, like, what is going on? And then Russell Wilson comes out and just starts shredding the league. And it's what's happened with over the last year or two. Yeah.
And I think it's going to help that Jerry is not one of those type of people that don't say shit he don't mean. And for him to go out twice, 3 times now publicly say Dak's our guy, we're paying him. And plus, he had a clean break. And he's so young and healthy that when you break like that, it grows back stronger. So I'm not worried about – now, if it was a ligament, I'd be kind of worried. I'd be like, whoa, you know.
Right.
But a clean break and he's ahead of schedule, no infections, yeah, I don't have a worry. Dude, I don't know, man. I really don't – I don't think Wentz – I think he's going to finish this year. I do see Hurts getting a couple starts. I really do. But he comes out next year and starts that bullshit.
I think the only way Hurts gets any starts, any meaningful playing time this year is if Wentz actually gets hurt. That's the only way I see it.
Yeah, I don't.
And then we can't, even if for some reason we were trying to get rid of Wentz, they're not going to trade him. No one's going to give us a pick what we think he's worth, and we can't afford to cut him. And we can't afford to cut him.
Well, if he starts that bull jive next year that he's doing this year, and the offensive line's healthy, City.
The only way, here's my thing. The only way I can make a good judgment on it is they have to get someone else in there to call plays that will call plays to his strength. Because if they don't, you're going to have another situation, just like, for instance, Randall Cunningham. He's got all the talent in the world, but a coach that will not call plays for him. He goes to Minnesota, and they go 14-2 immediately because he ended up with a coach that actually knew how to call plays to his strength.
Okay, buddy.
You know, I mean, it is what it is. If you've got a coach that just refuses to let you play your style of game, how do you win
Y'all
like
gotta
that?
y'all gotta get a new strength and conditioning coach too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So y'all's biggest needs going into the draft. No, we'll save that for after the season.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, but that's all I've got, dude. I'm ready for this week. Who plays Thursday this week? I have no idea.
Thursday this week. Oh, I just saw it. Is it
Thursday night games have been horrible this year.
Yeah, no, but for some reason I feel like this one was a big one. Is it Seattle and Arizona again?
Oh, if it was, that would be fantastic.
Something tells me that I saw that this last weekend that's what the Thursday night game is.
Oh, that'd be so great.
Yep, finally a Thursday night game where it's like you're glued to the TV. Like, let's watch this. This is going to be insane.
That game was one of the best. That probably was the best game all year.
Yep.
I don't know, dude. That freaking that Colts game the other night was pretty good. Who was it? Colts and Buffalo? No, not Colts and Buffalo.
Who was it? Oh, who else is in their division? It was another team that's supposed to be like super stacked.
Who the heck was it? God, it was the Colts versus. Why do I keep thinking Buffalo? It wasn't Buffalo.
It wasn't the Texans.
Wasn't the Patriots?
No.
Titans.
Yes. And the Colts showed up.
Phillip Rivers played.
The Titans have to get rid of all their kickers. All of them.
Oh,
their field goal kicker has missed 8 kicks this year. They're on their third punter in 4 weeks. They have to address that position because being able to score when you can't get in the end zone, very critical. And also being able to flip field position, also very critical. And they can't do either.
No. So I'm ready. I'm ready to see what's going on.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
All right, week 9's done with. Let's go on to week 10.
Do we have to?
What time do y'all play Sunday?
I think 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. What time do we play? We play at 4:20.
Okay.
We got to figure out a Sunday where we hang out and watch the games. That way we can do some live stream.
Yeah.
So we definitely got to do that here soon. So, all right, guys. Tuesday Night Lights, round 9.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great
night.